25th, so it's been a while, so it's going to be a fantastic matchup. Let's talk about the first game coming up in a matter of minutes, and that is Louisville versus Duke. I mentioned Michael Brown. Back from injury, looked really good over the weekend, scoring 20 points. What does he bring to the offense? How does he change things for Louisville?
He makes the game just easier for everyone else. They score 17 points a game with him on the floor, only 12 with him off the floor. The ability to make three-point shots because he is a facilitator. He gets paint touches, he sees plays early, and he frees up Ryan Conwell to play off the basketball. You see out in transition, elite athlete at 6'5". But that pass to Conwell. Conwell's an elite three-point shooter, but now he's on the receiving end. See him, put him in a ball screen. Frew gets an easy scoring opportunity, and he can do this. He can knock down threes off that little bump on the weak side. He can score it. He can play make. He can facilitate. And then you've got Duke. Dom sorry, he's not good defensively. He's elite defensively. This Duke team is built on the defensive end. You see the numbers with him on the court, with him off the court. 38% opponent field goal percentage, only 26% from the three with him on the court. And see the differential in terms of their overall efficiency. So how does he do it? I mean, sorry, he's active, he's alert, he's got active hands, he's 6'7", long arms, he impacts the basketball, he can play on the ball defensively, he can play off the ball defensively, he just makes plays defensively, and he's complemented by Caleb Foster. Those two guys, this Duke team built on the defensive end, they can lock down people on the perimeter. Who's he gonna have to lock down? Ryan Conwell, an elite shot maker, and Michael Brown. So when you look at Duke's defense against that explosive offense of Louisville, and the matchups in the backcourt. Caleb Foster on Michael Brown, and obviously Dami Sarr on Ryan Conwell. That will be a game within a game.
Blue Devils, by the way, 8.5-point home favorites. Keep an eye on that defense. You'll see this guy at halftime as well at both games. Louisville, Duke coming away. Tip-off next.
It's our very first big Monday. The ACC on ESPN and the usually buzzing Kayville. Very quiet today because the fierce winter storm put a deep freeze on the Duke campus. But if you want the heat, they are ready to turn it up inside Cameron Indoor. Tonight, number 4 Duke, the Blue Devils entertaining number 20 Louisville. The Cardinals have their phenom Michael Brown back. Now,
what's up, everybody? We're here. SBB30 off, 30% off. Let's get this stuff going.
The Cardinals come in at 4-3, but Mr. Brown has returned. And man, does that make a difference. Dave O'Brien alongside Corey Alexander. Thanks so much for being with us. He was terrific coming back on Saturday. He missed 8 games with a back injury. He was outstanding in their win. Meanwhile, Cam Boozer, Duke's outstanding freshman, went for 32 against Wake. Sets up a terrific matchup tonight.
And you're looking at 2 of the best freshmen in the country who happen to also be 2 of the best players in the country. You consider both these guys in the top 6 right now in the NBA's mock draft. But more importantly, they are the leading men for these respective ranked programs in the ACC action.
Hey, they opened the doors and let the Cameron Crazies in 3 hours ago, not just to stay warm, but to get rocking and rolling for this big tip-off coming your way. Louisville flew to North Carolina this morning because of the storm. And we're underway as Duke wins the opening tip at Cameron. Gugba at the top of the key. And a handoff for Foster will bounce into the corner. And Cam Boozer with the touch. He is the leading scorer in the country. And what a way to get it underway. Averaging 24 and 10 rebounds.
But a miscommunication on the switch. When you're playing against a lethal three-point shooter, which Boozer is, you have to switch up. Make sure you take away his space.
Conwell will let fly from 3 and looks to answer and does. He's taken 264 shots, 184 of those from 3. That's his game. That's Louisville's game.
And he's making close to 4 per game, 3.78, which leads the ACC.
Sarr outside with a misfire. First time they met, January 6th at the Young Center in Louisville. Duke won it 84-73. Despite the fact they were down 9 at halftime, Boozer took over in the second half. He went for 27 and 8 rebounds. And Louisville will turn that over. Give you a look at the Duke starting lineup. That includes Isaiah Evans and Gugba, who stands 6'11". He is one of the best rim protectors in the ACC. And On the drive, the back up and in by Evans, who comes in averaging 14 a game. He's been very hot lately.
And that's in addition to his game. Going off the bounce this year, as we get an opportunity to look at the Louisville starting lineup. Obi, you mentioned that game on January the 6th. The biggest difference, number 0 was not in the lineup. Michael Brown makes this Cardinal team a different group.
Gets a look, turns and fires, and off the front of the iron. On Saturday, 51 seconds into his return game, he nailed a 3. There's Boozer, who once again is the ACC Rookie of the Week. They should stamp that the rest of the way. He's won it 8 times. Evans on the money. He has 5 quick points.
You know, and this is, of course, a huge game for the Cardinals coming into Cameron Indoor Stadium when you consider the fact that they lost to the Blue Devils at home, wanting to get us some get back in this one. But the Blue Devils up to the task, meeting the challenge early.
That's going to be knocked down by Javon Hadley at 6'7". The 6th-year man, his 3rd stop on the Louisville campus, coming in averaging 11 and 5 rebounds.
This is the leading assist team in the ACC, over 17 a game. When you talk about the Louisville Cardinals, they share the basketball extremely well, and even better with their point guard back on the floor.
Foster rolling and kicking, good ball movement. Sarr getting into the lane, spinning, nothing there. He finds Foster, and another long-distance shot goes down. So that's 7 in the game already for the 2 teams.
And this is a team, when you talk about the Duke Blue Devils, they don't rely on the 3 as much as they have in the past. They normally destroy you in the paint, but a great shooting start for Duke here at home.
Michael Brown with the miss. Sarr will attack and lay it in. Going right to the 10 to make it 13-6. Caldwell dumps it off for full. They'll swing it. Here's McNeely. Can't knock that down. He was just 1 for 5 in the first meeting. One of the best shooters in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Hobie, we had a chance to talk with Coach Kelsey pregame. He made it very clear. You're going to have to withstand some runs in this building. You've got to be able to meet that adversity. And his team is seeing that adversity in the first 4 minutes.
Boozer, good swing for Sarr. 1 dribble down, won't shoot it. Fuga right in his grill. Taking away a collision and a whistle. Right on that near side. 13-6. These 2 teams have come out firing 3s at Cameron Indoor tonight in our very first Big Monday.
Check their new game day fit. Oh, snap.
Thank you, Tommy, for picking up that
right.
Origins.
DirecTV is flexing with all those pro and college games at your fingertips. This ain't your dad's cable, son. It's couture.
Okay, thank you so much. I was about to say that. It's couture.
Guys, don't forget to hit the like button.
With hundreds
Share
of
and
sales
everything else.
every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water, so you can lose more sweat and put the league on notice. Gatorade, is it in you?
Yeah, it's been great. I saved hundreds when I switched to Progressive.
Molly Burke is passive progressive.
That's so great. Maybe you can buy a bigger Sunhat.
Molly doesn't have progressive and takes it out on those who do.
You know, if they make one.
I can handle my claim online or on the phone, whatever's easiest.
Tiana, she can be laid back. Let's eat, girls. I'm so happy you didn't blow all your savings upgrading to a better room. Oh, look, they do have rooms with balconies.
Don't be passive progressive.
Lucky.
Switch to get good coverage and savings for yourself.
Mom, Dad, let me give you a ride home.
Yours, sir? Is this yours?
And so, of course, my agent doesn't tell me that I'm going to be working with a bird that day. And when I get to set, the wrangler's yelling at me like, don't make eye contact. But then the director tells me that I've got to look at the bird for the scene, right? The whole thing was kind of a nightmare.
Do you have something big coming out, honey?
No, just the bird thing. Love you. Bye.
Yeah. Why did we pay for dinner?
And why is he still on our phone bill?
Good food tastes better with the dollar for Daisy. Do a dollar, do a dollar, yeah. Everything tastes better with the dollar for Daisy.
Being a business owner takes hard work and a whole lot of miles. We chose the Capital One Venture X business card. We earn unlimited double miles on every purchase. And with big purchasing power, we can spend more and earn more. What's in your wallet?
Ricola Max Throat Care, a liquid center with powerful menthol for our fastest throat relief.
Two outstanding young head coaches toe-to-toe. Pat Kelsey, the ACC Coach of the Year last year. John Shire took his team, the Duke Blue Devils, to the Final Four.
And if the trophy could have been split, it would have been to these two gentlemen. Pat Kelsey, extremely deserving of the 2025 ACC Coach of the Year, but the job that John Shire did was outstanding. And what his Blue Devils are doing in this game early is outstanding from beyond the arc, only to be matched by Ryan Conwell and the Louisville Cardinals, who make more threes than anyone in the ACC per game. And both teams getting off to a great start behind the arc. We've already had 5 made three-point field goals in the first 4 minutes of action.
The first time they met, I know that, Shire was not overly thrilled with the fact they were reliant on the three. They were 5 for 17 in the first half.
Yeah, he did not like the way they played the first half of that game. This is a team that relies on their points in the paint. But I don't think he has a problem with them shooting the threes when they're shooting 75% from beyond the arc.
No, sir. So Louisville trailing 13-6 and the ball. Brown will penetrate, slashing inside, took the hit, and he'll head to the line to shoot two. Here's a closer look at the first meeting. Duke dominating in the paint, 40-26.
And the majority of that was in the second half, where they scored 51 points in the second half of that game. Got back to what their bread and butter is by playing in the painted area. On the road, in that environment, tough scenario, of course. Anytime you go into the KFC Yum Center, it's going to be a hostile environment. Duke going in, I believe they got a little out of character in the first half of that game, settled in at halftime. So we get an opportunity to see Michael Brown Jr., who we are all happy to see back on the court. The change maker for the Cards on Saturday versus Virginia Tech.
20 and 6 assists, and they just look like a different team with him back in the fold. A much different offensive team. They were a 500 team without him, 10-1 with him. And that goes Boozer right through everybody to lay in two.
Obi, this is why Boozer is such a matchup problem. This is 6'9", 230 going to the basket off the bounce. The ability to handle the basketball. And he's not always looking for his own. Averages 4.1 assists per game. So he finds his teammates making the right play as well.
Adley to the foul line, gives up the dribble. Khalifa back for Brown off the fake. The 7-footer gives it back for Conwell. Shot clock is down to 2. Conwell will drive it. The scoop is up and good.
Great recognition by Conwell, knowing he had more than enough time to get to the rim. Didn't settle for a contested three. Attacks the basket and gets a much-needed bucket for the Cards.
At 24 against Duke in their first game. Brown with it. Shot clock to 9. Into the corner. Foster over the top. Swung around. In the corner, Evans. And slammed down by Malik Brown as he covered.
I think I'm at about 14 or 15 here.
Because Duke offensively, by moving the basketball, puts the Cards in rotation. No one there to put a body on Malik Brown, who gets the easy putback slam.
About 14 or 15 here.
Passer, that's really his game, and a terrific job there between those two.
Khalifa, the leading assist man for the Cardinals in ACC games. He's been dropping dimes. That's his 20th assist in ACC action.
Yeah, we're supposed to go down to minus 15 with the wind chill tonight. All right, let's see what came in here. Alan, thank you for picking up the Angels. So we are down to one spot
to get to the three-point shooting.
In the Mega. St. Louis Cardinals at $32.50 plus 30% off. So you're looking at over $9, almost $10.
And Foster to the line.
96, 960, yeah, right?
And the first one on target.
320 would be 960.
In their last 30 ACC games.
$9.70 off.
The Blue Devils, in fact, on the best record in college basketball over the last 2 years, 53-5.
But you see the improvement of Caleb Foster at the point guard position. He was the unsung hero in the January 6th win at Louisville. 20 points, 16 of those 20 coming in the second half of that ball game, where he got to the rim at will. So when you consider the points in the paint,
Origins is down to 2.
He was doing the majority of his damage, attacking the basket, getting to the rim, and finishing the free throws.
And both of these teams had a full week off before they played their games on Saturday, both winning pretty handily. The kick out for Woolley, who will lift a long one and knocks it down. A nice touch by the 6'4" sophomore Adrian Woolley as he hits a three.
And Woolley returning to a reserve role with Michael Brown now back in the starting lineup. But great experience from Woolley, even playing some point guard during Michael's 8-game absence.
He's 21 against Cal, so he can get it rolling offensively. Bounce feed and off the hands of Evans.
And numbers for the Cards.
Downstairs Brewer slam that one down. 13:01 to go here in the first half, and Louisville closing the gap against Duke.
Almost didn't recognize Ananda Frew. He cut the hair since the last time we saw him. Get something off of the court, but Isaiah Evans took a hit on that last possession and was slow getting back, allowing the Cards to play 5-on-4 on offense. The nice find gets Frew the easy dump to make it a 2-point game.
Yeah, a strong one Saturday Frew did against Virginia Tech, a double-double, 13 and 10. Here's Bruiser let fly. And off the front of the iron, one and done on that possession. So a chance for the Cardinals to grab their first lead. Fully back from McNeely. He's been pretty quiet so far. Khalifa can hit that shot. They're going to get a second try. He won't try it from 3 on that occasion.
So what we're seeing now with the absence of Kanai Roots, you see the 2-big lineup, which has already led to 1 offensive rebound on this possession for the Cards. But now with Frew and Khalifa playing together, this is something that Pat Kelsey discovered after Kanai Roots missed his first game with the flu. Roots not back in the lineup as of yet. And Kelsey adding this to the dimension for the Cardinals.
Woolley looking to penetrate, trying to dump it into the paint, and deflected. Nicholas Amenya into the game now for John Shire, and a whistle at 12:07.
All right, what do we say here, guys? Tommy, we're supposed to get more snow this weekend coming up again. Another nor'easter possible. I'm going to say no, but...
By Malik Brown, one of the premier defenders in America. He will just harass you to death. Now Pat Kelsey doing great work for the Cardinals and looking for a huge win on a big Monday.
Meet Coach Niele Ivey. She's an expert in many things. Master motivator, savvy strategist, and the very definition of a player's coach. One thing she's not an expert in, quantum physics, which is why she recruited Sierra.
You're up.
Ace academic advisor. Coach Ivey takes care of the talent on her team the same way you take care of the talent on yours. Principal, proud sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
There's a Harbor Freight store in your neighborhood where we sell hard-working tools that always work with any pro or DIY budget. You see, we treat neighbors like, well, neighbors. Harbor Freight, close by when you need us.
All right, Cardinals now $29.
I've noticed about football fans is they
Before coupon, $29 before coupon.
Proud of you. Looking good. Keep it up. But when you have Geico Insurance, you'll always be heard. They have top-notch customer service with people who really care.
There you go. That's how you run inside zone.
Anything for you, bud.
Cool. Could you pass the ball?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Just pass the ball.
Yeah, just pass.
Okay.
Pass it.
All right.
It feels good to be heard. It feels good to Geico.
My client's been more than fair.
Not a chance.
Great news from Jeremy in sales. He's loving the AI sales agent.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's following up the leads 23% faster. Jeremy.
Great. So I can tell the board that the company is more productive.
Oh, no. I wish. But you can tell them Jeremy in sales is following up from leads 23% faster. Oh, Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy.
Any business can use AI. IBM helps you use AI to change how you do business. Let's create smarter business. IBM.
The 3 for me, only at Chili's. Still can't be beat with the big QP, fries, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink, all for just $10.99. So if you're McDone with tiny, overpriced burgers, just come to Chili's. This Chili's 3 for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Cameron Boozer, that's the best player in college basketball right there.
Carries the 3.
How about the Ritter's thunderous dunk?
An ACC men's basketball doubleheader, Tuesday, February 3rd on ACCN.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by DirecTV. Stream DirecTV satellite free. That's seen around the nation over the last couple of days with the snow falling here in Durham, North Carolina. Temperatures tonight are expected to plummet into single digits, and that's going to make the already icy roads a lot tougher come tomorrow morning. So we plead for everyone to be very, very careful. Go slow.
And the Mid-Atlantic isn't necessarily prepared for this type of weather. It's not something that you see often, and being a native of the Mid-Atlantic, it's definitely new for us. But I tell you what, both these teams have started.
We need T here to pick up his Cardinals.
The Devils started 6 of 7. The Cards have now picked it up 4 of 6 since starting 2 of 5. So
yeah,
it's been really good shooting. Both teams shooting over 50% to start this game.
And they force a turnover because Duke could not get it in. Duke is led by as many as 8. But another chance for Louisville to tie or take the lead.
And to Coach Kelsey's point to us earlier, they weathered the storm. You know you're going to take a punch, or you're going to take multiple punches in this building. Pat Kelsey, of course, was assistant coach at Wake Forest, has spent a number of games here in Cameron Indoor. He understands what to expect bringing his team into this building. And he's talked to them about making sure they weather the storm and absorb those punches and continue to fight back each time.
Michael Brown trying to use that window. That one tapped out. It'll stay on this end. Kelsey engineering a dramatic turnaround at Louisville last year to get them back to the NCAA tournament. He now has his full team back with Michael returning over the weekend, and they are going to be a major problem for sure.
I believe so, and I believe that this team grew without him. Even though they were 4-4, they found different ways that they could play. The 2 big lineup, also the ability to get some experience for Woolley as well as Kobe Rogers back into the lineup this year.
Through in the blue, but can't connect. Youngberg staying right on his back. That's going to be a traveling violation. Caden Boozer, the 6'4" freshman, gives that one away, and it's 4 turnovers now for Duke.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers the last 2 possessions for the Blue Devils, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that Cameron Boozer is now resting. It's a different team, especially offensively, as Boozer checks back into the game. John Shire has seen enough of what his offense looks like without Cameron Boozer on the floor.
Now, Michael Brown, he's got a great freshman, but he also has one of the older teams in America as part of that rebuild. Expectations always very high in Louisville. That Volley and a miss. Caden Boozer giving up the dribble. He finds his brother. They were raised in Florida. They're not used to this kind of weather. That one way downtown off the mark by Evans, who's hitting about 35% out there. Got off to a quick start. Brown swings it here for Hadley. Michael is on the line and turns it over.
The most common turnover in the game, OB.
18-16, and coming up next, we're going to be sending you to Provo on ESPN and the ESPN app. Number 1 Arizona taking on number 13 BYU.
We've got 2 of the top 6 draft prospects in our game, and coming up after us, we've got 2 more elite freshmen. AJ Devansa, the second leading scorer in the country, 0.1 points per game, right behind Cameron Boozer at 23.6.
Caden Boozer shoveling that one up. Well, that should be an excellent matchup as well. Boog and Fran waiting to bring that one to you after this one is done on a big Monday. Michael Brown in the corner. Freshman on freshman there. Dumps it off for throw and interrupted.
Pat Kelsey looking for a call.
All right, Cardinals, $20. Get him for 14.
On Fru's arm as he was trying to follow through with the slam off the nice speed.
$20, get him for 14. Let's go.
Boozer stepping in the lane, not to be denied, but can't get it to go. Fires off the back of the iron. Out to Caden Boozer on a high board.
OB's plays like that, though, they come back to haunt you. That should have been an attack to the basket by Hadley. He had a step ahead, should have challenged at the rim. Instead, it becomes a contested 3. That becomes a strong defensive possession for the Blue Devils.
Dame Sarr can't connect. Freshman from Italy. Pull up pop around and out. So all of a sudden there's a lid on both baskets after a sizzling start.
Cardinals 19 in Origins, 24 for the Cowboys. Cardinals 20 in the Chrome update. Holiday basketball I can't really touch.
Under 8.5 to play here in the first half
round
for
break
Cameron.
even there. I mean, this
Position
is
there, and there's no way you're going to stop that as Cam Boozer hits again.
But how about the patience of the Blue Devils? They move the basketball around the perimeter. Everyone looking to get the basketball inside, even with Hadley, who's the best matchup against Boozer. Boozer using his body to seal off.
Hadley penetrating. No, and they missed 8 straight shots. So all of a sudden, the Cardinals are looking for a hot hand. May I suggest Pat Kelsey's son, Johnny?
Johnny Ballgame was getting cheered on by the Cameron Crazies earlier today as he was knocking down threes at Cameron Indoor.
Foster, the corner jumper, no. Gungba had it, but takes the hit. 7:43 to go.
Well, we've talked a lot about Boozer and his vision, but it's not just Cam. It's also Caden. When you talk about both these guys are playing great basketball with their eyes. Caden at the point guard spot.
all right, Mark, thank you. Mark picked up the Select Tigers and Rays and then picked up the Cardinals. Joe P, thank you for picking up the Cowboys, the Bills, and the Bills in the Cowboys in the Origins, and the Bills in the Mega Box. Absolutely.
I really got to get to Dom.
All right, we're going to get rolling here in a minute. Let me send out an email, get everything cleared up, and we'll get going.
Credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Thanks for calling Discover.
Hi, I just received my new Discover card. It says cashback. What's cashback?
Buy what you need, earn a little extra back.
Even on a baseball bat?
You betcha.
How about a flamethrower?
About 15 inches here, Mark. Roads are still crap, iced over. Good
Sometimes
stuff.
things fall right into place, but other times they just fall.
No. What was that?
But at least you can get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLight.com.
Awesome.
And SafeLight can come to you for free, anytime, anywhere, and do everything you need to get back on the road.
All set. Here you go.
Thank you.
Take care.
Get it fixed now and pay later at SafeLight.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
The Australian Open continues on ESPN and the ESPN app.
When the grid goes down, what's your plan? I'm Cade Courtley, former Navy SEAL. I've defended freedom around the world. And here's the truth. Freedom starts at home. That's why I trust the Patriot Power Generator 2500X. Solar powered and built tough to keep your fridge, phones, and medical devices running with no gas and no fumes. And for a limited time, get 2 solar panels absolutely free. Stay self-reliant. Go to ForPatriots.com. Get peace of mind before the next blackout.
Look, if you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your closet. I was tired of floppy collars and shirts with sweat stains, so I got this shirt I saw on TV, and now I don't have to worry. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular polos to this immediately. The brand is called Collars & Co. They make a regular stretchy golf shirt, but the top has a firm collar on it. I got rid of so many problems by upgrading to this. No dry cleaning needed anymore. I'm free from uncomfortable long sleeves, and the collars stay stiff all day. Get 20% off today using code TV at collarsandco.com.
We just mentioned that young man, Johnny Kelsey, Pat Kelsey's 13-year-old son. In the pregame today, he put on a show, and the Cameron Crazies fell in love with him. They were counting down his three-point makes. Corey, this was nothing but net.
And they were cheering him on. And check out the Crazies over here as Johnny Ballgame knocks down the deep three. As the manager sent him back to half court, was unable to get the half court shot to go, but he was already
All right, getting ready here, guys. Let me just be right back here. I have my knife, my water. Give me 2 minutes here and we'll get going.
Foster tying Boozer.
Great job by Zugas there to be able to come away with that steal, the hustle to keep it in bounds.
6'8" junior from Greece, starting to get a lot more minutes. Poked out of play. Another
Roos for the 4th straight game. See, Roos, who plays a similar role as does Malik Brown. His last game against Boston College had 11 rebounds and 2 blocks. So
they give it to Brown. He can't hit on the lay-in. Boozer putting it to the deck. Foster up ahead. And a tip and a foul. 6:21 to go. Our great friend Dickie V every year has this magnificent gala. And you get in on the raffle, you get a chance to win a spectacular set of wheels. And it's coming down to the end. $100 donation will get you in. He's raised so much money for pediatric cancer. It's been a life's work for Dickie V. Please get involved if you can. Boozer on the spin. Won't finish it. Right back up. Draws the foul. No basket on the dunk, but he'll be headed to the line.
And that's what makes Boozer so difficult. The timing and understanding that when he puts the ball up, if it's not going in, he's got the greatest instinct as to where it's going to come off. Gets his own offensive rebound on that possession. Gets fouled, opportunity to go to the free throw stripe. But look at the numbers, Obi, this year. 23.7 points per game, leads the country. The 9.9 rebounds, which is 3rd in the ACC. The most impressive part to me, it has to be the 4.1 assists, although the 1.9 steals is pretty impressive as well.
Yeah, you just keep going down the list. I mean, and you mentioned this earlier. This is a guy who has done nothing but win. I know we say that about play. He has literally done nothing but win championships since the time he was a little tyke.
Obi, every basketball player, every football player, you name it, if you're competing in sports, you always want to win your last game. For the last 4 years, 4 state championships, 3 Peach Jam titles. Cameron and Caden Boozer have won their last game. They don't know what it's like to not be the champion.
Yeah.
And so, which makes it even more interesting this year with the Blue Devils, who went to the Final Four a season ago, as you get a chance to look at the high school accolades. Cameron Boozer may have the greatest high school resume of all time.
Yes, and that is not hyperbole. Think of all the great players we have seen over the years. Off the three-point line, knocked down by Javon Hadley. And they needed that in the worst way.
The second 3 of the game for Hadley, who continues to do yeoman's work on both ends of the floor. Pat Kelsey relies on him so much, especially defensively, as he's often guarding guys much taller.
The question now, has Duke done a good enough job taking advantage of that long drought by Louisville? Second chance by Boozer, up and in for 2.
And the second straight possession where he's gotten his own rebound back from a missed shot.
Hadley, what a tough angle, laid it in and took the foul. Now the 6'7" junior. Now the St. Paul, Minnesota, knocking that one in, and he is off to the line. Hit by Cam Boozer, who picks up his first.
Boozer trying to get back, and we have to remember Boozer only got about 40 seconds of game rest when he sat out on right back on the floor, and you can tell he needed a bit of a break, and Shire gets him out of the game most likely until the next media timeout.
Hadley with 9 points, by the way. Once again, Louisville within a couple.
Let's see what Duke's offense does now with Boozer on the floor. Where do they go for scoring?
Dunbar looking for help. Still looking. Finally hands it off for Evans, who will launch. And a high rebound, second chance, right back to Evans.
All right, here we go. Let me get my sheet here. What's going on, everyone? This is Jason at SportsBoxBreaks.com, coming to you live on 1/26/2026. I am doing our 2025 Topps Chrome Update 5-box break Mega Baseball. Guys, there's a blaster online and the hobby. H. Angelo with the Braves, Jerry with the Orioles, William D. with the Guardians, and Joe W. has the Rockies and the Tigers. Matthew F. has the Astros. Joe W. Royals, Alan K. Angels, Angelo with the Dodgers. Joe W. has the Marlins. Justin J. with the Brewers. Brandon H. has the Twins, and Joe W. has the Mets. Chris H. with the Yankees. Chris G. nice to see you back in action with Oakland. Phillies and the Pirates. Robert P. Bill H. with his Padres. Jerry M. with his Giants. Joe W. has the Mariners. Last spot karma goes to Mark C. and the Cardinals. Joe W. has the Rays and the Rangers. Robin S. with the Blue Jays, and Angelo with the Nationals. All right, here we go, guys. All cards ship. Hits are going to be numbered cards, autos, relics, things like that, but everything always ships. What are we looking for here? X-Fractors. And keep an eye out for retail exclusive chrome autographs, green refractor parallels, as well as many other vibrant colors. Will do, fanatics. Will do. Again, guys, I'll be live tomorrow. And then possibly Friday. We have James Woods. All right. There's our 5 boxes. So let's get one auto. It's not a one auto, a card 25 or less. Let's shoot that way. Origins down to 1. Select in single digits now. Hobby. Oh, look at everything is chipping down. I like it. All right. Everything is done. Let's do this. Oh, well, we got an auto. I cut right at it. I didn't see who it is. I'm not looking, but I cut right at an auto. So we're going to start off with an auto. right, here we go. Andres Munoz. Ryan Fitzgerald. Brooks Lee. Jace Young. Marcelo. There's a Lava. Cedric Mullins. There's Job. There's a Kurtz rookie. Tyler Rogers. And here comes our auto. And it's a refractor auto to $4.99. Paxton Schultz for Toronto. That's Robin S. Robin S. getting that one. Paxton Schultz. Here's a nice one. How about a Sasaki 90s throwback? Going to the Dodgers. Marcelo Mayer. X-Factor there. Mayer Fortune 15. All right. Box 1 done. Solid. Hey, Munoz again to kick it off. Ellie De La Cruz. There's a Hunter Goodman All-Star. Chase Petty. Luis Angel Acuna debut rookie Lava. Corbin Carroll, Fortune 15. There's a nice Dylan Cruz rookie. That's stuff all over here. There's a Rafael Devers insert. How about a home field advantage in this one? Kyle Tucker, home field advantage. Cubbies, Chris H. There you go. Auto in box 1, home field advantage in box 2. Mookie Betts power play. Nick Kurtz rookie again. All right, next. There's a Shohei. There's a Jacob Wilson debut X-Fractor. Robert Hassel III rookie for the Nationals. Very nice. Lava. How about a purple here? A purple auto. Griffin Conine to $2.99. Purple speckle auto. Joe W. Okay. Wasn't expecting that to be autoed. Again, everything's going to ship your way, guys. All right, 3 boxes, 2 autos, and a home field advantage. How about a James Wood Lava rookie? Angelo getting that one. Rutschman. We got Jacob Wilson debut. Oh, no auto? What's up with that? Tim Tawa. $2.99. Tim Tawa, Arizona. Chris H. All right, 1 box to go. Guys, the Blaster is sitting there at 30% off, plus we have the Hobby 4-boxer of this stuff. Lots of baseball on the site. All right, last box. Good luck. Scooble showing up. Lava here of Spencer Torkelson. Corbin Carroll. There's a Kurtz rookie X-Fractor. This might be the only box without something in it. All right, not a bad break at all. Guys, appreciate filling up. More baseball on the site right there. Check it out. All right, let me do a hit recap here. What's going on, everyone? This is Jason at SportsBoxBreaks.com coming to you live on 1/26/2026. Doing a hit recap from our 2025 Topps Chrome Update 5-box Mega Baseball break number 1. Guys, more baseball on the site. The Blaster version of this, 30% off. Using SBB30OFF. And there's also the Hobby on the site. No coupon on that, but your loyalty discount will work. All right, first up, home field advantage. Kyle Tucker, home field advantage. Pull the James Wood Lava. Retro Sasaki. The $2.99 rookie Tim Tawa. How about a purple auto of Griffin Conine to $2.99? Speckle, 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 speckle. And refractor auto to $4.99 to Paxton Schultz. All right, guys, appreciate you filling up. More baseball on the site. Okay, so let's pull this way. And let me update my list. do that. Change this to broken. All right, let me grab some stuff here so we have a visual on camera. Boom, boom, and boom. There we go.
Right now is to create offense out of their defense. Their defense is their identity.
13-3 run to close out that first half, and Duke takes a double-digit halftime lead.
I get any cookies? I'm in the jar, Coach. I'm in the jar. I didn't get any cookies.
When we come back, everything you need to know before tonight's massive showdown in Provo. Projected #1 overall, A.J. Bonsa, and the #1 team in America, Arizona.
This halftime report is presented by Jeep. There's only one.
New Year, same extra value meals at McDonald's. For just $5, get a savory sausage McMuffin with egg, plus hash browns and a coffee. The sausage McMuffin with egg meal for $5.
Meet Coach Neil Ivy, the very definition of a player's coach. Coach Ivy takes care of the talent on her team the same way you take care of the talent on yours. Principal, proud sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
I mean, we all do it. You see a line, have no idea what it's for, but your brain is like, should I join it? It's crazy, right?
Hey, let me call you back. I got to stand in a line.
Even crazier is that folks stick with insurance that keeps them waiting around to file a claim, while Geico's claim support is available day or night. I mean, I'd have FOMO about that, if anything. Excuse me, what are you waiting for?
No one knows.
Okay.
You're cool. You can cut.
I'm all right, actually.
No, seriously.
It feels good to step out of line. It feels good to Geico.
This is a meal. Saucy chicken Roma. Stacked spicy steak for Panera.
Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah. It's easy.
For a limited time, switch to T-Mobile's Better Value Plan. You can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
It's better over here.
Inside the NBA has it all. The hustle, the swag,
let's drip right here.
and whatever's going on.
I like that we pulled 2 autos and a home field advantage in 3 boxes. That's pretty good.
Playoffs and finals long.
Summit swag? Psh, how hard can it be?
And that's terrible. No, definitely no. That might be so bad it's good.
Conference slogans? Hard. Conference swag? Easy. Move your business forward with Custom Ink.
Celebrate independence, power independence, with the Patriot Power Generator 2500X from 4patriots.com. Solar powered, safe to use indoors, and it keeps your essentials running during blackouts. And right now, it's more affordable than ever. With our 12-month payment plan, you pay just $299 down today, and tomorrow, your generator's getting shipped out. We'll even throw in 2 free solar panels so you can stop relying on the shaky power grid and start relying on yourself. Now that's real freedom, isn't it? Reliable, renewable, and ready when you need it. Go to 4patriots.com today. Check it out.
Masking your body odor with this scent is like fixing a rattling engine by turning up the music. It's just masking your problem. Don't mask it. Mando it.
Welcome back to the Jeep Halftime Report.
You know, before Indiana became a football school, the last team to go unbeaten and win a men's basketball championship, the 76 Hoosiers. 3 teams still have a chance to do it this season. Miami and Nebraska in action tomorrow. #1 Arizona in action tonight, 20-0. Second longest win streak to start a season in Big 12 history. Slay, how has that youth blended so seamlessly with the veterans there in Arizona?
Well, you know, these vets, they give you an opportunity to max your potential out. If you're looking at a guy like Corey,
Cole Pete and also Burris. The reason being they can be themselves, and especially in the transition that they play. And when you watch Arizona come down, you see this is just transition. This is Burris who can play on all three levels. A handoff, you got to make a decision defensively. If you're going to go under, you're going to pay. If you chase, it's a problem. They go under on this one, you pay. Now, you come back and see the exact same thing, same play, same game. You chase this time, but the big is indecisive. So you get to the basket, make or miss is going to be a problem. Watching Cole Pete, he's a guy that plays in the, what Coach say, middle third of the floor. Watch him put his head down, Coach. I'll beat everybody down the floor. Now, just give me a good pass, good hands, soft hands, middle third, not a play called. Same thing here. Change of possession, I can handle the rock. Everybody else, get out and run. Unselfish. Now, Jaden Bradley. Veteran, allowing the big guy, no closeout, too late. Down for Pete, that's exactly what he does. Now this right here is a 747. Right there, clear for takeoff. Ice, snow, it don't matter. Good, out the way. Cole Pete, that's what he does and delivers in the middle third without any plays being called.
Is that baby Slay out there?
Hey, he ain't got a headband on, Coach, but he could be. I'm just saying. I don't know if I can get up like that, though.
I'm not sure that IL was as good back then.
No, it wasn't. That's under the table, Coach. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about it now. What's going on?
Flip side of things, A.J. DeBonsa, great players evolve throughout the course of a season. How has DeBonsa evolved?
They've figured out he's most effective in the middle of the third of the floor. He's a point forward. He makes the game easier for everyone else, but more importantly, when the ball's in his hands, he is absolutely dynamic in the middle of the floor. You're going to see a drag ball screen right here. He's going to get a drag ball screen in the middle third of the floor. The floor is spread. You got three-point shooters all over the floor. The middle of the floor is wide open. You got to stay on the ball side corner. Ball screen. That's Richie Saunders setting the ball screen, small, big ball screen. They switch it. Look at the middle of the floor. You cannot leave the ball side corner. All eyes are on him. This is how physical and strong when he gets downhill. A little Euro step. He's got kickouts, but he sees an angle. Euro step, gets to the front of the rim. Great finish, chin on the rim. And then finally, off the ball, you want to look on the left-hand side of the screen. He's going to set a little cross screen right there. A little screener action. Cross screen, down screen to a zoom. Defense goes under. What does he do? He's a 35% three-point shooter. Gets his feet set, knocks down to three. When he's making plays, you got to understand there are three other guys right there. Those three guys, Saunders, Wright, and DeBanza, they go for 60 points a game.
All better than 18 a game. Rob Wright, Richie Saunders, A.J. DeBonsa coming your way here in just about an hour. He went for 43 Saturday in the big win over in-state rival Utah. The potential #1 overall pick in action against the #1 team in America coming your way in 1 hour.
Look, Mom.
Wow. Ugh, wish I bought Dixie. These weak store brand plates turn hard work into heartbreak.
Next time, get Dixie Ultra Plates. 3 times stronger than the leading store brand. Dixie, make it right.
Down and down, down,
So Olive Garden's fan favorites are back. I mean, who can stop thinking about that tender braised beef tortelloni? Not the 1,000 wait-to-meet little 4-cheese manicotti. Embrace the obsession before they're gone, starting at $12.99.
Royal Match.
Wait, are you playing Royal Match?
Yeah, I love this game.
Oh, I don't remember this level.
It's a new mini game. They're dropping new ones all the time.
Oh, that's so cool. Forgot how much fun this game is. Is it still ad-free?
0 ads. Why don't you re-download it?
Way ahead of you.
Here, I'll show you how to play this new mini game.
I'll show you how to play this new mini game.
Okay.
Royal Match. Download now.
Big time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
With Snapdragon, get a PC that performs up to 90% faster than others when unplugged.
This halftime report is presented by Jeep. There's only one.
You know, if time allows in the postgame, Slay will share some of his own personal NIL stories from his time in Tennessee. Cam Boozer, 9 points, leading the way.
PB&J.
This has been the Jeep halftime report.
Meet June.
Smells good. Oh, thanks. It's just a...
Her brand of comic relief keeps you wondering, is this a bit? Am I the bit?
Great job in there.
And how does she never miss? But wow, is she a certified animal when it comes to, well, taking care of animals. You need June. June needs a retirement plan. Work with Principal so we can help you help June with a retirement and benefits plan that's right for her. Let our expertise round out yours.
With Daisy sour cream, every bite gets better. Every dollop, every squeeze, every moment together. Mix it in, bring the fun. You can never get enough when you do a dollop of Daisy. Good food tastes better with a dollop of Daisy. Do a dollop, do a dollop, yeah. Everything tastes better with a dollop of Daisy.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. And that's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos lets you get life insurance in minutes, 100% online, no medical exam.
Check your price today at ethos.com.
New Year, same extra value meals. From breakfast to late night, make it a meal and save. Value is still on the menu, only at McDonald's.
The NHL is on a course to take over sunny Tampa, Florida. Two teams take their shot at a one-of-a-kind game. The NHL Stadium Series. Bruins, Lightning, Sunday at 6:30 on ESPN and the ESPN app.
It's Saturday primetime, and right now, there's a showdown in H-Town. As a scoring legend continues to define his legacy, a rookie is looking to build his own. Saturday primetime, Mavericks, Rockets on ABC.
Thinking about a new building project? Only General Steel lets you see your project instantly, followed by pricing you can count on. Design your project in 3D or tell us your vision and we'll do the rest. Text BOLT to 59583 and we'll deliver a personalized design to your inbox in minutes. That's right, you'll see your project inside and out, complete with your customizations instantly. Architects charge thousands to capture your vision like this. Backed by decades of experience and thousands of successful projects, the General Steel design system gives you more than a price. It gives you a clear vision you can build on. Text BOLT to 59583 to create your own building or browse thousands of unique customer designs with new ideas published every hour. From personal shops to business expansions, see your new space inside and out down to the details. Get insulation tailored to your climate, paint colors that perform where you live, and expertly placed doors and windows that deliver access, ventilation, and natural light based on your unique needs. Text BOLT to 59583 to plan and price your project instantly with General Steel. That's BOLT to 59583 because if you need space, you need the General.
Welcome back to Big Monday on ESPN. The ACC, and tonight, the Duke Blue Devils with a 10-point lead on the Louisville Cardinals. Duke number 4 in the country, the Cardinals number 20. Dave and Corey back with you. Isaiah Evans in the first half with 13 points, really took overtime.
He really did, and his first basket was actually attacking the rim. He's shown the development in his game. And for the Blue Devils, it's been Evans and Boozer with 22 of their 38 points. But look at Boozer conducting traffic, making sure that gets the basketball to the right space to find him, and then he does a tremendous job delivering opportunities for his teammates as well. This time his brother gets the bucket off of a nice cut. But Duke's calling card is what they do defensively. They have kept Michael Brown 0 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and each and every person in the Duke uniform has done the job when they guarded that assignment of having Brown.
So in his comeback game, after missing 8 with a bad back, he was really good on Saturday. This has been uphill for him. 2 points, both at the foul line. Duke finished the first half on a 9-0 run. They won the battle on the glass 23-17. So aside from Brown getting rocking and rolling offensively, which he's certainly capable of doing. What do the Cardinals have to key on in the second half?
Well, they also got to get Isaac McNeely.
All right, somebody
McNeely
picked them up. Let me see.
Basket was 1 of 5 against Duke in the first match.
Joseph P., thank you, buddy.
In this game, he's 0 of 2, 0 for 1 from 3, has yet to score with 1 assist. So
now if you're
McNeely
out there,
can open things up for Brown being able to attack
in
downhill.
the chat on one of the media, if you are, let us know.
For all of their offense.
I need to get this one all set up here, guys.
Two of the game's monster programs over the decades. Duke with 5 national titles under Coach K. Louisville with 8 trips to the Final Four. Duke has gone to 17 times to the Final Four. North Carolina #1 all time with 21 trips to the Final Four. And getting ready for the second half here. Duke with a basketball and on top by 10. Caleb Foster looking for a cutter. Evans gets his first touch of the second half. Boozer over the top. Gungba got position. They have worked that play a couple of times.
What Louisville's doing, they're guarding Gungba with a smaller player in Hadley. Gungba has about a 5-inch height advantage over Hadley, and the recognition by Boozer to throw it right over the top and get Gungba the easy bucket.
Hadley stops with a foot in the paint. Here's McNeely. Conwell will launch one up there and can't hit it. He gave them life offensively in the first half. Conwell did, as he wound up at 10 points.
Duke fortunate. That's the second time Sarr lost Conwell on the same defensive possession.
Gungba with the spin will draw the foul. And no baskets, and Frou with the personal. And this is that danger zone right out of the half. We've seen for opponents of Duke here, Cameron, over and over again, that period where they can really lose connection to the game if Duke puts the hammer down.
And the Cameron Crazies get involved in the action, especially when the Blue Devils go on runs. If they go on a run similar to the way they did to start the first half, I don't know if Louisville can survive that when they were able to get right back into the game. When Duke started out shooting the basketball so well from beyond the arc, made 3 of their first 4 threes. But Louisville can ill afford to spot Duke a large run here to start this second half.
Frou stepping off with his 3rd foul, so Khalifa on now for Pat Kelsey. And Gungba made the pair. 42-28, danger zone right away for the Cardinals. There's Brown to slice inside, took the hit. Every time he attempts to make a move, they put a body on him.
He was doing this in the first half. He was attacking the basket, but was unable to really get much going as far as the calls going to the basket. And you see Michael Brown off the basketball, and the play design is to set to allow him to get downhill. This time, Patrick Gungba unable to get his body squared, which is the reason why he picks up the foul.
83% foul shooter. Got back on the floor on Saturday against Virginia Tech for the first time since December 13th against Memphis. They went 4-4 without him. 10-1 when he is in the lineup. And he said back in high school as a junior he had back trouble as a high school star in Florida. So it wasn't the first time he went through something like that. But what a difference.
It was probably growing at the time when he went through it as a junior in high school. If he's growing more, he's going to be even more.
Over the top for Gungba, who slams it down. Give him 9. So it's Duke by 14. Conwell way downtown. Probably an ill-advised shot.
Duke continues to keep Louisville to 1 and done. Not giving up many offensive rebounding opportunities.
Gungba again. Working hard with a right hand, hits it. And the lead up to 16. And Louisville has to take a timeout.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Switch to Allstate and you could save hundreds. What are you waiting for? Make your move before I do.
With low prices store-wide, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
How did I get here? A grandma with vision loss from wet AMD. Riding across the desert. It started when Vabysmo opened up my world. I was worried I was losing sight of the world around me, but my doctor recommended Vabysmo. Vabysmo is different. It's the only treatment thought to block 2 causes of wet AMD. I was so excited when my granddaughter asked me to ride across the desert with her, knowing that Vabysmo improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Vabysmo could cause eye infection, retinal detachment, temporary increase in eye pressure, an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke, or severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. Report changes to vision or eye pain to your doctor. The #1 prescribed FDA-approved treatment for wet AMD. Ask your retina specialist about Vabysmo.
So, this week, Domino's large 2-topping pizzas are just $6.99 each. And all I gotta do is pick them up myself? Where are my keys? I really gotta get to
Domino's. Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah, it's easy.
For a limited time, switch to T-Mobile's Better Value Plan. You can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
It's better over here.
New Year, same extra value meals. From breakfast to late night, make it a meal and save. Value is still on the menu, only at McDonald's.
Saturday, AJ Devonta and B.
All right, guys. Emails are sent out.
Kansas. 2 of the very best in America. Part of a blockbuster doubleheader on ESPN and streaming on the ESPN app.
Back on a big Monday. John Shire, usually calm, cool, collected. But you know what? Those competitive fires burn very deep. Look at the reaction because of the half that Gungba is having. Right up there and all fired up.
Absolutely. OB, Gungba with all 8 points in the second half for the Blue Devils. A nice find from Caleb Foster for the highlight dunk by Gungba. Only 3 points in the first half, but really getting going here to start the second for the Blue Devils.
Cardinals in dire need of an answer. Who do they turn to here? Khalifa up high. McNeely has been walled out of this game so far. Khalifa off the fake. Trying to get a bucket out of the timeout. Conwell.
Okay.
Can't negotiate it. Khalifa launching a triple and nails it.
Khalifa, who was 5 of 5 for Louisville in the first matchup between these two teams. John Shire said that was his mistake. They're not going to allow him to have those looks again in this game, but able to get free at the end of the shot clock.
Foster followed his own miss, up and in, and it's Gungba again. And they can't keep him off the rim. Conwell takes a hit, knocks it down, no whistle.
Nice attack by Conwell, though, going at Boozer, not settling for the jump shot, putting the pressure on the official.
In Cincinnati, he can fill it up. He has 12 here tonight. Foster again on the baseline. Here's Sarr.
Obi, I had the opportunity to coach Caleb Foster in high school, and he was a knockdown shooter. He's only shooting 30% from beyond.
All right, we are set to go here. All right, let's do it. What's going on, everyone? This is Jason at SportsBoxBreaks.com coming to you live on 1/26/2026. I am doing our 2025 Panini Origins football on the site while the playoffs are still going on, so another 2 weeks. Using SBB30OFF, you'll get 20% off. But right now, 30% off Panini Absolute Mega, both box and hobby Mega, and also the Rookies and Stars. All right, who's got who in the break? Joseph P. has the Cardinals in last spot. Karma. Mark B. with the Falcons. James H. new breaker with the Ravens. Joseph P. has the Bills, and Kevin H. back in action with his Panthers. Michael T. has the Bears, and John B. has the Bengals. Jared P. has the Browns. Joseph P. has the Cowboys, and John B. has the Broncos. Mike K. has the Lions. Robin S. has the Packers. Mike K. has the Texans. Ryan G. has the Colts. Mike K. with the Jags, and Joe W. has the Chiefs. Dean E. with the Raiders. We got the Chargers as Joe W. Michael T. with the Rams. Dean E. with the Dolphins. Michael T. with the Vikings. Mark B. has the Patriots. Rick J. with the Saints. Jared P. with the Giants. Tom K. with the Jets. Mike K. with the Eagles. Tom S. has the Steelers. Mike K. with the 49ers. Mark B. Seahawks. Buccaneers. Mike K. Jared P. Titans, and Joe W. Commanders. Guys, remember, everything ships. Hits are relics, autos, cards that are numbered, things like that. So 6 packs per box, 6 cards per pack. 14 rookies and 5 inserts are featured. Look for exclusive startups and original gridirons. Ultra rare Big Bang and new Fonz et Origio. So something in Origins. All right, here we go. Whatever I was trying to do there. Guys, again, I'll be live tomorrow, so whatever we don't fill, we can rip tomorrow. All right, box 2 here. Box 3. Box 4. These have been fermenting. Still over 100 and something a box, too. These have been on the shelf for a while. Yeah, One Piece is kind of like even more niche than Pokemon, but the stuff sells really, really well, Tommy. The people who... It's not like a huge collecting market compared to like sports and things like that, but the people who collect One Piece, they're willing to pay. God, I can't wait till Inception comes back, if they bring it back. All right, box 2 opened. Guys, that Absolute Hobby, or Mega Hobby and Mega, has gotten some action to it. Alexa, stop. My alarm's going off out there. One second here, let me get a drink of water. Like getting your water bottle and leaving it out there. Okay, here we go. Let's see some good stuff coming out of this since it's been sitting. Alright, Jalen Noel. Alright, startups. These are what you're looking for in this. Mason Taylor for the Jets. Jets is Tommy K. There's a White Origins of Jackson Dart. And then we have a Jaden Higgins to 199 for Houston. So Houston, well, Jackson Dart is Jared P. And then Houston is Mike K. Here's an orange to 249. Donovan. Oh, here we go. Izuruaku. Sure. That one's Joseph P. Joseph, if you're in the chat, chime on in. Elijah Arroyo. Here's original gridirons. That one's cool. Jalen Hurts. So that's that Origins Day Iron or whatever they had on the back there. We have the startups. Now look for Big Bang and new phones at Origins. Going the Eagles. There's a Shador startups. Cleveland, Jared P. Philadelphia was Mike K. We got Stroud. A couple more here. There's a Jackson Dart base rookie. There's another Gridirons of Brian Thomas. And then we got Bucky Irvin, Josh Allen, and Saquon. All right. So let's put the startups and holders. Definitely put that white Jackson Dart in a holder. And again, every card's going to ship. Like I said, guys, yep, we can break it tonight. If it does not fill, I will be live again tomorrow. Alright, got that. I don't remember those startup cards in the original Origins, but it's been a while since we broke any Origins. So. Alright, Terrence Ferguson. Here comes the white. Luther Burden III, Bears. Michael T. getting that one. Then a Tyler Warren. Very nice for the Colts. Ryan G. getting that one. We got a Colston Loveland. Ooh, there's a Big Bang. There you go, Bears. Michael T. Michael T. Colston Loveland. The orange is Mason Graham for the Browns to 249. That's Jared P. Stuff's not bad. Justin A. Bear. All right, startup. Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe. It's a base Jalen. There's a Drake May original gridiron. They seem like 2 per box. And what do we got here? Quishon Junkins for the Browns. Browns killing it. Jared P. So looks like an orange, a blue, and a white per box, plus 2 startups, plus 2 gridirons. I don't know why I'm encasing the startups, but I think they're pretty cool looking, so. Alright, let's see what we got next. Box 3. Let's get at least one auto. How about that? There's a Travis Hunter to 149. Hunter to 149. There's an Ashton Genty. So, let's see. Jacksonville is Mike K. The Raiders is Dean E. Wow, what a box here. How about a Riley Leonard to 10? Palindrome here, 0110. Riley Leonard to 10, Colts. Ryan G getting that one. Well, that was a heck of a 3 cards in a row there. Justin Jefferson, Gridiron, or Original Gridiron. I like these. I think I've said that before, didn't I? Here's another Shador startup. Justin Herbert, again with the Gridiron. And how about Colston Loveland, startup? All right. Not bad at all. All right, let's sleeve these up. I have to get another one of these, even if it's for myself. The white ones are really cool. All right, let's see. White, whoop, numbered. Startups again. All right, here we go. Box 4. Guys, we have the hobby version of this. Football has been tough this year. Loveland again, startup. Brock Purdy, Original Gridiron. Tyler Warner, startup. So Bears again is Mike T. Colts is Ryan G. Jackson Dart, Terrence Ferguson, Ashton Genty again in the white. How about a Will Howard to 149 for the Steelers? Tom S. getting that one. And we got a Colston Loveland to 199. Bears crushing it. Mike T. getting that one. All right, our last chance at an auto or something here. All right, let's encase these. All right, this and that. And let's do this. Trayvon. How about a Jackson Dart startup? Very nice. There you go, Jared. Keeping the heat coming your way, buddy. Here comes our gray. It's Luther Burden III again. How about a Cam Ward to 199? Cam Ward, 199. Tennessee, Jared P. Luther Burden, 249. That's Mike T. Jamar Chase, Matt Judon. Big T here. Jack Smith and Jigba. All right. That was not bad. Actually, pretty solid. If we look at the hits we got out of there. All right. Let me put startup in. Get them all on screen or on video here. Luther Burden one is pretty sweet with the color match. This one has a nice color match too here, the Cam Ward. Jackson Dart color match on the startup is nice looking. An O'Marion Hampton white would be pretty sweet, yeah. Alright guys, appreciate you filling up. More football on the site. Alright, let's do the startups here. Alright, here we go. What's going on, everyone? This is Jason at SportsBoxBreaks.com coming to you live on 1/26/2026. Doing a hit recap from our 2025 Panini Origins Football International Blasters 5-box break 1. Guys, more football on the site. 30% off both the Absolute Mega Hobby and just Mega Box. And on Rookies and Stars. 20% off using SBB20OFF on all other football. This is going to show some inserts and numbered cards, but all cards will ship. So first up, the startups. We got a Jackson Dart. We got a Big T. We got Loveland. We got Ty Warner. Shadur. Loveland again. Jalen Milroe. Roll Tide. Judkins. Shadur again. And Mason Taylor. Alright, numbered cards. I don't know why I have them in separate piles here, but here we go. Oranges to 249, Luther Burden. Mason Graham. Donovan Izuruaku. Alright, to 199 Blues, Jaden Higgins. How about a Cam Ward? Tyler Warren. Colston Loveland. How about a Will Howard to 149? Travis Hunter, 149. Riley Leonard to 10. The white inserts. Luther Burden. Ashton Genty twice. Luther Burden again. And a little Jackson Dart. And we also pulled the Big Bang. Origins, Colston Loveland, Big Bang, Origins International. Alright, appreciate you guys filling up. More football on the site. Alright guys, let me clean this one up. Update our list here. And again, select doesn't fill, we'll do it tomorrow. Or anything else for that matter. But I'm going to sit here for a bit, clean everything up.
For you coming up tonight, the #1 player in the country, A.J. Devonta, and BYU trying to knock off undefeated and #1 Arizona.
John, this is one of many, many great matchups over the next 6 weeks in the best league in college basketball, the Big 12.
One thing's for sure, it's going to be crazy here tonight.
Okay, gents, thank you very much. We look forward to that. 7 minutes to go. Duke has opened up their biggest lead of the contest. Emeni has made a big difference. He scored 10 of the last 12 points for the Duke Blue Devils. So they're getting it from all sorts of guys tonight.
Well, you consider Gungba has 10 points in the second half. Now Emeni at double figures in the second half. Duke with 4 players in double figures in the game. But the second half, it hasn't been the usual, especially for Jon Scheyer coming in. He knows he has 5 solid guys that he can rely on when you include Malik Brown off the bench. But who are going to be that 6 through 9 that help them win a championship?
Conwell will fire and got it. A three-pointer, but so little offense here in the second half. Duke has just shut them off. He has 15 points. So Duke comes in as the #4 team in the country. They moved up 1 spot in the poll that was released today, the AP Top 25. Purdue falling off out of the top 5. A whistle here with 6:28 to go. So how good are the Duke Blue Devils? If they win this one and they're well on their way, they go to 19-1 and 8-0 in the conference.
They are 1 point away from being undefeated. Lost to Texas Tech, who has shown us they are a very good team at Madison Square Garden. But when you consider the fact that this Blue Devil team is one of the youngest teams in the country, when you 0.88 years of experience on this roster, when you consider you got a sophomore, a true sophomore in Gungba at the free throw line, there's no one outside of Malik Brown getting rotation minutes as a transfer for the Blue Devils. And of course, he was here last season, so he's now part of the brotherhood.
Gungba with 15. 72-48. Hadley rolling inside, a wild shot.
And it'll be since Jon Scheyer took on 65.1 points per game. We forget about what this team does on the defensive end.
Khalifa can't connect. Rebound comes out high to Conwell. He's wide open and drains another triple.
Or really a pest defensively, full court man-to-man. There's not much Louisville can do right now to speed the Blue Devils up. Duke just bringing the basketball up the floor, casually running their offense, and down 23, you can't afford to allow them to do so.
Tie up here with 5:12 to go. Well, Duke number 8 in the country in offensive efficiency. And putting both on display here. So look at the AP top 10 coming into play tonight with Arizona, UConn, Michigan, then Duke and Nebraska in the top 5.
Texas Tech with the win over Houston this weekend pushed Houston down to 10. The Blue Devils move up a spot to 4 in the polls.
Louisville hanging at number 20. But taking one on the chin tonight here in freezing cold Durham, North Carolina. There's Woolley from the corner. And Evans with the rebound.
But that's the right play by Michael Brown. He attacks the basket. He creates an opportunity for a teammate. Woolley unable to make the 3. But that's where Michael Brown is best.
Cam Boozer with the spin. Yes. How pretty is that?
Now that.
Conwell again. Thought he got fouled on the play. And that's going to roll out. He's still complaining about that. 76-51. And it has turned into a runaway for the Duke Blue Devils. About to win their 19th game out of the away from being undefeated with that loss back on December 20 against Texas Tech. Evans. Cam Boozer again. Toe-to-toe with Frew. timeout with 3:49 left. And Duke can start celebrating this.
All right, looks like we're sold out. Make sure there's no double sale or anything. Not that happens that often anymore. All right, Joe took out the last two in select. Wait, a whole bunch of stuff came in here now. Hold on here.
Check their new game day fit. Oh, snap.
Tom took the Orioles.
That's right. DirecTV is flexing with all those pro and college
Joe
games
took the
at your fingertips.
Marlins, and Angelo took the Diamondbacks.
Okay, thank you so much. I was about to say that. It's Couture.
New Year,
Okay.
same extra value meals at McDonald's. For just $8, get 2 snack wraps, ranch, spicy, or mix and match.
All right, let me
and
grab the
fries
select.
And a medium soft drink. The 2 snack wrap meal for $8.
When a shopping cart smashed my headlight, we worried we'd have to fight to get paid for such a small claim.
And life would revolve around the shopping cart. What happened? Geico got it fixed fast.
Soup time.
It feels good to get going again. It feels good to Geico.
You could earn your masters.
For under 11,000.
11.
Yes, 11!
Master's degree for under 11K in less than a year.
Some things are too obvious to...
And has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything.
We'll see how this goes. If it looks good, I'll put up another break of it, guys.
Extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury
The
hotels
price
when
isn't
you
bad.
book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Up next, Koa Pete Slay and an Arizona team that's already 8-0 in quad one games.
Yeah, Koa Pete is a neutralizer, especially on the road. You need to steal some buckets, calm the crowd down. Koa Pete inside can get you some high efficient shots.
OB, incredible game, and the Big 12 coming your way. Number 1, Arizona, perfect on the year at BYU.
Flat dominating stats.
They really are, OB. And coming into this game, the Louisville Cardinals averaged 41.4 rebounds per game. The Blue Devils averaged 40.2. But Duke leads the ACC in rebound margin, plus 9.6 per game. They are absolutely destroying the Cards on the glass. The message across to his players prior to this.
Duke has had a lot of impressive wins this season. Tonight, beating up on a top 20 opponent. Covington whistling a foul there with 3:29 to go. It'll be on Zugaris.
Duke comes into this game tied as the national leader with 8 quad one wins. With Louisville being ranked 17th in the net rankings, this will be the 9th quad one win for the Blue Devils, which will allow them to momentarily take the lead. I believe the team that may be tied with is playing in our next match.
That's correct. Here's the shot by Evans. It won't fall. The pick by Brown to lay it in. And they're out-efforting Louisville, particularly here in the second half, right down to the final minutes. And this will wind up being their 7th win over a top 25 opponent. Michael Brown with another misfire and a really tough night, a long night for the freshman. He is 1 for 13. And a whistle stops the clock at 2:43. So John Shire continuing to coach ESPN-M, the number 1 team in the country. Arizona battling number 13 BYU. So stay right where you are. There's probably a cold and maybe a snowy night wherever you are. Jumping into the paint, Caden Bruiser rolls in
on the U.S. April, but all these guys very close. Spend a significant amount of time together in the summers before they get here. Rivals once they get to college basketball. But this freshman class will forever be linked as one of the best freshman classes we've seen in college basketball.
Darren Harris, sophomore out of Virginia, with the theft. Duke continues to play gripping defense. Brown, as is the case tonight, in the country. And yet they have been turned off by the Duke defense. AJ Devonsa coming your way next. We did on Saturday against Utah, 43 points.
And we know Ace Devonsa is watching right now because he's constantly sending texts of me and you and trying his best to get us to come to Provo.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to get Dickie V on board, talk to our bosses, see if we can go to Provo, do a game.
Rolling that out. It's a great family, by the way.
A great family. Get a chance to take John Madry out there with us. And, you know, hey, Salt Lake City's a Delta hub, OB.
6 to go. And Hadley. And now Shire will go to his bench here in the last minute and a half of play. Malik Brown coming off, and so is Dame Sarr. As much as the night belonged to Cam Boozer, as they all seem to be for the Duke Blue Devils, Patrick Gungba was tremendous in the second half.
And scoring in double figures in the second half of this game. It was Evans and Boozer who carried them in the first half. But this is a recipe for success for John Shire and this team to find more guys that can help them win games.
Harris with a misfire. Did. He actually did.
I wasn't expecting to see highlights this late in the game. We may need to see that replay again.
Well, they have jumped right over the Cardinals as a team. Manny with another one from way downtown. He has 14. And a lead up to 31. I'm not sure a lot of us have anything like this on the card tonight. But a total blowout for the Duke Blue Devils. The number 4 team in the country wouldn't shock anyone if they wound up as the number 1 team in the country at some point. Now they let the kids in, the Cameron Crazies, about 3 hours early. And man, did they get a show tonight. Duke sails to an important night here in Durham, North Carolina. 2.8 seconds to go. And Duke will win their 27th consecutive home game. Take a look at this.
This is literally what happened today. Duke just flat out jumped all over the Louisville Cardinals in this.
To going to 30-1 in their last 31 ACC games.
Obi, we've always heard the old adage, it's tough to be the guy that replaces the guy. Hasn't been that difficult for John Shire to this point. He's done a tremendous job replacing arguably the greatest coach this game has seen.
Now, Coach K won his first of 5 national crowns when he was 44 years old. Shire is 38 now, with eyes on his first, and that'll do it. All Duke tonight. They run away and hide from the Louisville. On Saturday again tonight for Louisville, it made no difference as Duke continues to hammer away. They are now 19-1 and 8-0 in the ACC.
Oh, being an incredible showing. It bears repeating. Louisville led that game 25-24 with 4:30 to go. They lost by 31. We got a great one on deck here. BYU being introduced there in Provo, set to take on the nation's number 1 Arizona. Ron Slay, Coach Seth Greenberg, Kevin Connors here with you. Slay, how do you describe what happened over the final 25 minutes of that game in Cameron?
Vice grips clamping down defense. The ball stopped moving for Louisville. Duke did a terrific job of keeping the ball on one side of the floor and contesting every single shot, Coach.
Duke's built on the defense. I mean, this is old school Duke defense. They absolutely suffocate you. You're like a boa constrictor.
Okay.
We've got the potential number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft in BYU, set to take on unbeaten number 1 Arizona. Coach, one thing to watch for in the first 5 minutes of this game.
Well, you talk about BYU, you got to talk about Debansa. All right, and it's going to be the matchup. And Ivan Karchenkov, all right, at 6'8", that matchup's a game within game. He's an elite physical defender.
Coach, say that name one more time for me.
Karchenkov, you know it. You have it. You had that. You just passed it on to me because you thought I was going to screw it up.
I just think.
Give me one Karchenkov.
Karchenkov.
There you go. Karchenkov for Arizona, legitimately, he's a 3. That's going to defend a 4, and he's going to have to defend Debansa in the middle of the floor. That's going to be the key.
We may learn his name quite a bit.
8 quad 1 wins for Arizona, 8-0 on the season so far, Coach.
Arizona, they have an 8-man starting lineup, and Jalen Bradley, he is kind of the guy that keeps it all together. He's one of the best leaders and the best point guards in all of college basketball.
It's not just A.J. DeBonsa. He's got help there in Robert Wright and Richie Saunders, but he is the real deal. Arizona, the real deal. Undefeated, #1 on the season. Great one from Provo on the way. Boog Shambi, Fran Fraschilla, take it away.
Kev, thanks so much. Welcome to Big Monday right here on ESPN. We come to you from the Marriott Center in Provo. You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. What a matchup we have for you here tonight. The #1 team in the country, unbeaten Arizona, is in town, taking on A.J. DeBonsa and number 13 BYU. This should be an epic matchup here inside the Marriott Center. There'll be north of 18,000 people here tonight. What an atmosphere we expect. Welcome courtside, John Shambi and Fran Fraschilla. This is going to be fun. We'll get to DeBonsa in a second, but we start on the Arizona. So many things well, and one of the things you got to look out for here tonight is the fact that they pound you down low. But you start here, 7th straight time they have been #1. They are unanimous #1. I mentioned the 3rd longest win streak in school history, but Fran, they get at you in a multitude of ways.
They have great balance, John. They have perimeter scoring. They have a terrific point guard in Jay. You know, ESPN ranked this young man He has to be a strong favorite for National Player of the Year.
Amazing stuff. DeBonsa coming off 43 points on Saturday. It was a raucous atmosphere against Utah, the Holy War. Their average home attendance a little over 18,000. And it'll be rocking here tonight. Both Krivas and Keva Keita to jump it up. Arizona in the blue, BYU in the white, and away we go. Saunders controls.
That should be a good one for a little bit here. Not for the whole game. All right. And put one more link in here. Guys, don't forget about the affiliation program. Earn money, share our code. All right, let's get this select going here. Find 3 autos or memorabilia per box on average. All right, let me get some, we're going to need some bigger before I even get started. 100 points, 180 point. That's a 130. All right, let me get a couple more 100 points here just in case. Knife here. Open up a couple more of these. Let's just find some monsters. All right, we ready to roll here, guys? Let's do it. Don't forget to like the channel, guys. Share it, keep the chat going, all of that. What's going on, everyone? This is Jason at SportsBoxBreaks.com coming to you live on 1/26/2026. I am doing our 2025 Panini Select Baseball 4-box break number 1. Guys, this one filled up pretty quick. This just came out. All right. Same time draft came out, I believe. Who's got who in the break? Diamondbacks and Braves are Angelo M. Tom K has the Orioles. Adam B with the Red Sox. Joe W has both Chicago teams, Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Colorado. Mark C has Detroit. Matthew F has the Astros. Dean E with the Royals. Joe W Angels and Angelo with the Dodgers. Joe W Marlins. Dean E Brewers. Brandon H Twins. Joe W Mets and Yankees. Dean E with the Athletics. Robert P with both Pennsylvania teams, Phillies and Pirates. Bill H with his Padres. Angelo has the Giants. Dean E with the Mariners. We got Joe W with the Cardinals. Mark C with the Rays. Joe W with the Rangers. Robin S Blue Jays. And Dean E with the Nationals. All right, here we go. Good luck. All card ship hits are going to be relics, autos, numbered cards. Okay, but all cards ship. Hobby exclusive gold. So at least 3 hits per box, maybe more. I've been looking for, going through the archives, the old videos from when we first started, looking for like big hits and stuff to post some reels, because looks like they're getting some traction. And man, breaking case, I couldn't even imagine breaking a case of Flawless now. Like, we were breaking multiple cases of Flawless. But I remember Flawless being like, oh my god, it's almost $3,000. It's like $1,500 a box for a case. And we were like, wow. I remember we bought like 10 cases of Flawless. I think it cost... All right, 2 boxes open of High Society here. we can get. First, we need to focus. Again, all cards will ship. We'll be working on them this weekend coming up. Especially if we get snow. And if I'm off tomorrow, I'll start even tomorrow on them. Alright, Nick Kurtz. Alright, relic to start here. Connor Griffin for Pittsburgh. Connor Griffin for Pittsburgh is our first relic. Pittsburgh is Robert P. getting that one. Guys, the way I order stuff is I look at numbers and I look at cost. So if it's close to sold out or I could get a deal on it, Select was on sale, which was crazy. That's why you see what we can get. But everything you see listed will break. Here's a brown of Don Drysdale. That's to 125. We'll call that copper. Drysdale Dodgers is Angelo getting that one. Alright, we got the purple tricolor here. Not numbered, that's Chris Burns. How about an orange? Hey, put the Drysdale, Angelo, if you're live watching, put the Drysdale rainbow together. There's the 49. Auto, Ching Hyseon Ko. I don't know if he is... I'll have to look him up. If someone owns his rights, let's just see here. If not, it'll get random between everybody. Let's see. Dodgers. You are correct, sir. This will go to the Dodgers also. Angelo. I'm just going to sleeve this one up and make a little note on it here. Because of course not. Why wouldn't he be with the Dodgers? Just made a little note on it that it's the Dodgers. Okay. So that's two of our three hits. There's James Wood. There's a powder blue to 199, a Big Poppy. Just put that Big Poppy bat knob reel up. Adam B getting that one. There's Angelo. There's Angelo diving in. Again, all these are going to ship. Another blue here. So that's Sasaki. Rintaro Sasaki. He's out of Stanford, but again, I think he's still just with Stanford. No one signed him. So, here we go. Yeah, just Stanford. So, let's take care of this one. Random or something for it. Here's a red. Going to Baltimore. Enrique Bradfield Jr. Baltimore is Tom K. Tricolor Cal Ripken. That's not numbered, right? So that's still going. And here, a relic auto of Chase Burns. So we pull a tricolor of him. And the Reds is Joe W. Ken Griffey Jr., light blue, sky blue. Going to the Reds. That's $199. Tricolor Bo Jackson. Ty Cobb Silver. And that'll be box 1 for you guys. Alright. Relic. Relic auto. Drysdale. Drysdale, you? But yeah, looking at those old videos and seeing like cases of Flawless, cases of NT, thinking like there's no way today. I get people do it. I'm just saying from my perspective where we are. Okay. All right, let's see here. Box 2. Mariano shows up. There's the bronze of Alex Gordon to 125. Dean has that one. I'm used to seeing Robert T with the Royals. It used to be. Rob, if you're still breaking, give us a shout. Not that you have to buy, just give us a shout out. A lot of old breaker names I was looking at the other day. Jonah Tong. Mets. Joe W. getting that one. Tricolor. Colt Keith. Almost said Colby there. Again, all these are going to ship. All right, we got a blue relic here. Slade Caldwell for Arizona. That's Angelo. There you go, Angelo. Nice patch. Slade Caldwell patch, and that is to 49. 39 out of 49. Ooh, Zebra. Very nice. Chase Dolander. Colorado with the Zebra. Colorado's Joe W. I thought that was Justin Herbert for a second. I looked so fast. I'm like, what? Here comes the light blue. It is Marcelo Mayer going to Boston. Adam B. Mayer to 199. Relic auto of Todd Frazier. Little League World Series champ Todd Frazier. Joe W. getting that one. Cincinnati crushing it in here. There's a Cincinnati Griffey. Lime green of Miguel Tejada for the A's to 49. Oakland is Dean E. Color match there. All right, 3-color Blake Mitchell. Is that a color wheel? That's a color wheel, isn't it? I gotta go back through because we're missing an auto anyway. Well, it's a tricolor. So that was a color wheel. Azana. Here's our auto. No. We get short. I feel like I didn't go buy it. We'll be filling out QC again. Yeah, there's no... I mean, I'll sort... When I go through the sorting, I'll look, but I don't see an auto. So, color wheel, right? And Bazana on top of that. I love how it doesn't say anything. Here, you guys all figure it out. We're done. That's what I thought when I saw it, but I didn't want to, you know. And I know you're getting it there, Joe. Case hit. So, like, we pulled that home field advantage out of a random box. I know they're not considered case hits, but they're tough pulls. Like, I feel like we're pulling, like, top hits out of... We pulled that tin type out. So our random boxes are really pulling some stuff here. Just let me get everything encased here. Yeah, that's why they changed the look of it. Absolutely, because weren't the color wheels, Joe, if I'm remembering right, white with, they were like all white. And they were horizontal. Can't be doing this to old guys. All right. A white prism? Let me look. Here's the whole box right here, so we can take a look. I'm in no hurry. Did I miss a white prism? I thought they were all silver. There's that. I know I had the zebra. No, I don't see any white on that one. Back for the first box or the second box, Joe? Because that was the second box I just went through. Here's the first box. This one's a white prism? Yes, it is. Rick Matthews of Houston. Okay, not that one. So I just passed it. So in here. This is again why I'm going to sort. Or why I sort everything. Yeah, this here. That's a silver. Ah, right here? Yeah, there it is. So we found two whites. I didn't even see them. They look silver. They look silver. In the light here. I gotta get... That's my next purchase. Is to get some ring lights. But I want to get my new desk in here. And get some ring light instead of this overhead light. So, who we got? We got Brick Matthews and Charlie Condon. So we got Colorado and Houston. So Colorado's Joe W. and Houston is Matthew F. So there we go. Keeping me honest all the time. Not that I wouldn't be honest and send them. Just showing that he has old eyes. Saban's not old enough to take over yet, so I gotta hang in there for a little bit longer. go. Could you imagine me on Whatnot? Oh, God. That'd be so... get sirens going off and horns and take my shirt off and run around. Thanks. You even see my ceiling there. You're looking at a beautiful wall. All right, let's get something big out of here. How about Absolute Hobby Mega just dropped to 15? Absolute Hobby Mega dropped to 15, guys. I think we're going to have some good breaks tomorrow. Or at least we have a possibility, let's say. One-on-one gold, that'd be great. All right, here we go. All right, Dylan Cruz, tricolor of King. All right, check that one out. Cam Smith, very nice. Check out the color of those patches. Matt F. Sick hit there. It's numbered to 49. Congrats on that one. I have orange coming. Manny for the Dodgers to 49. So that one's going to Angelo. Oh, look at this one. Almost snuck the auto right by us here. Diamond Action. Detroit. Kevin McGonigal. Tigers. Mark C. There you go, Mark. We got the bronze of Roy Campanella. Also going to the Dodgers. That's to 125. We got a red Ken Griffey Jr. for Seattle to 149. Seattle is Dean E. How about an orange Dylan Cruz rookie for Dean? There you go, Dean. Orange Dylan Cruz rookie. That's numbered to 49. We got a tricolor Aaron Judge. We got a Noble Meyer. That's to 199. Miami. So Miami is Joe W. And then Yolan Cespedes for the Red Sox. Adam B. and his New England teams crushing it. Little David Ortiz there. Base card. All right. All right, relic. Auto. I haven't set up a random.org and it feels like forever. I'm going to need to for this one insert. All right. Last box, guys. Here we go. All right, Jackson Churio from Milwaukee. That's Dean E. getting that one. Well, that's interesting. Is that tie-dye to 25? Paul Skeens? Wow. Skeens Pirate Robert P. Tie-dye to 25. Luke Dickerson tricolor. Ethan Holiday to 99 select. Certified select. Ethan Holiday. Yeah, right out of my brain. Colorado, right? Yeah, Colorado. Double checking myself, guessing myself. Joe getting that one. How about a tie-dye Jackson Churio relic? Dean getting that one. So, those of you who are in the chat, which is Joe, Dean, I think Tommy, Angelo's there. Mostly everybody who bought a spot in this. Do you want me to list another one? Want me to get another one going, or should we wait a little bit? Fill up some other stuff and come back around. Churio tie-dye. Check that out. All right, I'll look into it. I'll see what they're going for now. Chase Burns to 149. That is Joe W. We got Jacob Wilson, tricolor. Didn't even get our autos yet. Vance Honeycutt for Baltimore. That's Tom K. That's to 199. And there's a relic auto. Seaver King for Washington. Seaver King relic auto for Washington. I don't know why I feel like this whole thing is shifting on me. There we go. Should still have an auto, right? Yeah, it was something right there at the end. All right, Boston, Adam B. Christian Campbell. And that is numbered to 49. Christian Campbell to 49. Was that another Condon White? Let me see. Did I go right by it again? Right there. Yes, it is. That's a Charlie Condon White. I gotta get my eyes checked again. I just had them checked. All right. Let me do this and that. And then let's sleeve up these. It's a different white, though. Well, it's a different tier, I should say. Do you think there was one more white in that box? Okay, we'll look. I have it right here. Let me get these sleeved up since I'm already in that mode. This Skeens is real cool. That Cheerio is very nice. For what little spot they had to use a relic, they made the most of it, I'll say that. Alright, that's all done. Now, we think there's another white in this last one. Okay. Just after Skeens towards the beginning. So that would be... There it is. God, you guys are good. I can't see that. That looks silver. When I go like that, that looks silver. That is Milwaukee. Braylon Payne. All right, let's put this back. All right, guys, that'll do it. More baseball on the site. Check it out. All right, let me set up, because I don't even have that set up anymore. Random.org. Dice and list. All right, I'm going to take all the teams here. Put them in for this one card. All right. Let's set all these up. Relic, relic auto, relic auto, relic auto, relic. Color wheel. Zebra. Relic auto. Relic, relic. More color. More color, more color. Alright, give me a couple seconds here with these colors. So 199, 149, 125, 99, 99, 5, numbered. All right, ready to roll here. What's going on, everyone? This is Jason at SportsBoxBreaks.com coming to you live on 1/26/2026. I am doing a hit recap from our 2025 Panini Select Baseball 4-box break number 1. Guys, more baseball on the site. Look for more Select in the future, but right now, a bunch of baseball on the site. Check it out. All right. First, let's do color. All right. The light blue here are the 199. We have Jonah Tong, Marcelo Mayer, Big Papi, Ken Griffey Jr. for the Reds, Noble Meyer, Vance Honeycutt, Jackson Chourio. To 149, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Ken Griffey Jr. for Seattle, and Chase Burns color match there. To 125, bronze, Alex Gordon, Don Drysdale, and Roy Campanella. All right, whites, which apparently I can't see if you watch the full video. Bryce Matthews, these are the 99. Charlie Condon again, and Braylon Payne. This is a red Ethan Holiday for Colorado. That is to 99. To 49, a lime green Miguel Tejada. Also a Don Drysdale, Manny Ramirez, and Dylan Cruz rookie. We also pulled a Skeens to 25. Skeens tie-dye to 25. Okay. On top of that, a little zebra. Chase Dollander for Colorado. We also pulled a color wheel. Travis Bazana. I didn't give it love in the video because we went by it and noticed it and all this other thing. But it's big. Really big. Congrats, Joe, on that one. All right, relics here. We've got Connor Griffin, Cam Smith rookie relic, beautiful looking card there to 49. Slade Caldwell also to 49. And then check out this Jackson Chourio tie-dye. That's the 25. All right. Relic autos. Chase Burns. That is to 99. 98 out of 99. Todd Frazier. 99. Kristen Campbell. Or Christian Campbell, I should say. 49. And Seaver King to 49. All right. For Detroit, we got a Kevin McGonigal. It's called Diamond Action Auto. An orange Yoenis Cespedes for Boston. That's numbered to 75. And for the Dodgers, there's this Ching Sin Ko. Auto. All right, we also pulled a blue to 49 Rintaro Sasaki for Stanford. So the fair thing to do is to random this between all the teams. I'm going to put all the teams in random.org, roll a dice. Whatever comes up on the dice is what will random the list. If it does come up a 2, I will do the list 3 times. Just to give it a better random. And whatever team is on top after the number, they're basically going to get the card. So here we go, over to random.org. We're going to roll the dice. The dice does come up in 11. And you can see we have Arizona all the way down to Washington. So here we go, 11 times 1. I got to make the list a little bit smaller so I can scroll. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Yankees. So this is going to go to the Yankees. And the Yankees is Joe W. So NYY on that one. And I'll just show it again. I got to just mark that down. It's the Yankees. All right, so we got 11 times in the timestamp in the Yankees, and we have 11 on the dice. Guys, I appreciate you filling it up. Again, we have more breaks on the site. Check them out. As always, baseball sitting there. Football, 20% off, SBB 20 off, and basketball. All right. Okay, I'm going to upload this video. If we get momentum on something else. Yeah, right? That's a sweet card to hold, for sure. All right. Go here. All right, Dean. Thanks a lot, buddy. All right, I'm going to put some sound on for a little bit. I'll stay live for a little bit longer here. See if we get anything else going. Thank you, Jerry, who came in and got those absolute spots.
John, let's go back and watch the play where the goaltending was. It's clear that they blow the whistle, and it is a reviewable play. But the problem was, by rule, Kevin Young has got to let the officials know before they call the scorer's table for the timeout. They were already going to timeout. It was too late by rule. They could not review it. John, last year we watched Caleb Love. We said he was going to play in the NBA. He's going to be in the rookie all-star team game. This young man, Bradley, will play in the NBA as well.
So impressive. This is that free throw. He's got 13 points. That was Bošković. Hands off to Bonsa. Looking at Karchenkov here. Kevin Young wants a timeout.
Look at this, clearing him out. Turn around.
And the pass is stolen. Burries back the other way. Burries flips to Karchenkov.
These freshmen are so impeccably good, so poised.
Freshman to freshman. Kevin Young and BYU wanted a timeout. Instead, it ends up being a turnover and a bucket, and it's Arizona by 11.
Where are all the animals, Dad?
Don't know, kiddo. Just another day.
It's a rare thing when someone you've been with for so long finds a way to surprise you. It's like discovering E-Trade's easy-to-use platform now comes with expert insights from Morgan Stanley to help you navigate the markets.
Mom can speak walrus?
Watch the defense right here. They smother AJ, throws an errant pass. And Burries, just great awareness right there. Everybody running. You know, the other thing about Arizona people don't talk about, I mean, they're averaging almost 90 points a game. They love to get up and down the court.
Yeah, they shoot it at 52% as a group. And at 90 points a game, and they're on target for close to that.
Yep.
BYU to inbound. Got to get something going on the offensive end. Waka on Keita. Saunders hasn't had a lot of space. Wright comes away with a loose ball. Now looking for some help and had it rejected. Arizona has been ferocious at the defensive end.
Do they look poised or what? Just watch it right now. They're a team that knows who they are.
pulls up and hits.
He's amazing.
15 for the kid from Rochester, New York.
Absolutely one of my favorite players to play in this league.
Inside, Bošković. Off the window and in. Check off the freshman. Bradley, shot clock winding down. Bradley gets space and hits.
Wow.
Man.
Wow. Wow. Jaden Bradley. Wow.
Bradley with 17, Burries with 19. What a first half.
Hey, 10 points at home, but they ain't home tonight. They're on the road in a big one, and he's been big.
Every Royal Rumble begins the same way, with someone stepping through the unknown. For decades, these moments have opened doors to glory, to heartbreak, to immortality. All those paths lead here. Are you ready?
Stream Royal Rumble on the ESPN app with the ESPN Unlimited plan.
44-31, number one, Arizona with the lead. And Jaden Bradley doing a little bit of everything. He and Braden Burries, wow. Look at this, against AP top 25 teams. Averaging over 18 a game, and
he's a magnificent leader, John. He's a great defender, mid-range murderer when he pulls up and takes that jump shot.
Devonta, looking to flip back. Saunders will try. Hey, he shoved me.
Well, if you want to know why they shot it so quickly, is because Kevin Young was trying to get that 2-for-1 possession, which they probably will if Arizona doesn't get an offensive rebound and kill this clock.
Bradley with the ball in his hand. 17 first half points. And the number one team in the country leading it by 13.